I'm Kevin Klein, MLA for Kirkfield Park. It has been a very busy but productive week at the Manitoba Legislature and right here in our own community of Kirkfield Park. I'm excited to tell you about some of the meetings that we've had and projects that we've already started working on. But first, let's go back to the Manitoba Legislature and talk about funding for education. I have been speaking to residents all across our community that have concerns with the funding levels for education. And I am very pleased with the announcement that was made by our minister, Wayne Wasko, just the other day, that the PC government will be strengthening the province's education system by increasing funding to kindergarten and grade 12 schools by $100 million. $100 million in the 23-24 school year. Now, quickly, that represents a 6.1% operating funding increase. 6.1%. And you can read more about the funding and where the funding is allocated and the fact that we are allowing the schools to make a lot of the decisions on the funding on my website at kevinklein.ca. Our minister, Wayne Wasko, did a great job and provided a lot of information there. Another announcement, not particular to our community of Kirkfield Park, but a very important announcement when it comes to education in our province, and it talks about how we're growing to the future. We have problems that we have to deal with today, but we also have to start working on eliminating issues in the years to come. And we have announced that there will be a new French immersion kindergarten to grade 8 school that will serve Sage Creek and Bona Vista, right here in Winnipeg. Now, it might not seem like a big deal to you, but for the growth of our city and for the quality of life in our city and for children to be able to go to school near home in an area of our city that is growing exponentially, this is fantastic news. And more proof and evidence that our Premier, Heather Stephenson, and the PC team is listening is the announcement that was just made about the Manitoba Métis Federation citizenship card will be allowed to be used as a form of identification to purchase liquor, cannabis, and gaming products right here in Manitoba. That issue was only raised a few weeks ago. Our government listened. We did the research, we did our due diligence, and now we've come back to you with a solution, and it was a solution that we knew residents wanted. So I'm very proud to see that type of work happening that quickly. And finally, I have to congratulate my colleagues that were made ministers, appointed by our Premier, Heather Stephenson. I was fortunate enough, blessed enough to be one of those ministers, Minister of Environment and Climate. I am very excited about the feeling of renewal, the feeling of hope inside the Manitoba Legislature. We were told, get things done, and that's exactly what we're going to do. And right here in Kirkfield Park, we're going to get things done. We have already met with, well, a fun meeting, first of all, was with the high school hockey team from Sturgeon Heights. That was just fun to do and one of the best parts of this job. But I've also met with the Grants Old Mill Pioneer Group to talk about some improvements that we need to see happen there. We've been talking to the St. James Historical Museum and some funding that they need. Also been talking to residents that use the curling club and the fact that the curling club, Deer Lodge Curling Club, could use a new roof and they need some help with funding there. So we're working on a lot of these projects. Yesterday, I got to meet with two wonderful people. A high school teacher from Westwood, Kelly, and a person that works with the St. James Assiniboine School Board on Indigenous teachings. And she, Rochelle, came to talk to me about a project they'd like to do in Kirkfield Park. I'm going to tell you more about that later as they get their work together, but that's very exciting. If you have any comments or questions, please give me a call. We're here to help. You can call our office at 204-888-2211. Either I'll be here or Danelle will be here. One of us will get back to you. Or you can always send me an email on my private email, kevin@kevinklein.ca.